Welcome back. We're going to talk about market volatility, and as we look at this right now, presently it's about the third week in January, and the market is down about 6.5% year to date. And again, this airs a couple different times, so I don't know where it will end up, but I think everything I kind of tell you in here, it really doesn't matter what it's done. The one thing I would say is it was kind of unique. You know, we talked at the beginning of the show about being present in the moment. When it comes to investing, it's not about being present in the moment. It's about knowing that you need to stay the course. So, you know, the market fluctuation is down 6.5% up until the third week of January. But if we looked, even including that, from January 25th of last year to now, with that -6, we're still at over 15% return. And so people need to put that. That's why I say it's not about the present. It's about the length of kind of what's going on there. And there's been many reasons maybe why the market has gone down. The rebalancing of accounts, people selling, because last year you don't want to sell towards the end of the year, so January people end up selling. And the market has been possibly overinflated, and this correction is a healthy part of that, as part of that. So let's take a look at when you invest, what are some mistakes that you can make? Number one is chasing performance. And what I mean by that is just trying to say, oh my God, it's really high, I'm going to sell, and when it's low, I'm going to buy. That doesn't always happen, and it's, you know, that is called chasing returns, but you also don't want to go the other way around, and when the market goes up, you're fine, but when it comes down, you get scared, you pull your money out of the market, you can never get back in. The odds are very unlikely that you would be able to get back in at that right time. Number two, short-term outlook. So take a long-term perspective on this. There's been 32 bear markets. The definition of a bear market is -20 or more. And the flip to that is there's been 32 bull markets that have closely recovered during that period of time. So just know that it does come back. Number three, don't keep excessive cash. You know, with inflation being so high right now, keeping cash and getting 1% while the cost of goods are 5 or 6% increase, you're losing money by keeping it in the bank. Keep enough money there for safety if you had a job loss or an emergency, but after that, you really should have it invested appropriately for the time frame of when you might need that money. And number four, market timing. It's impossible to be right, and I've said this before, at the peak in the valley. So knowing that I got out at the right time, and even if you did kind of get close to the right time of getting out at the peak, being able to time it at the right time to buy back in is even more difficult. We're going to quickly look at the next slide. We're running out a little bit of time here, but this pretty much shows you, you know, if you took money out, $100,000 from 1996 to 2015, if you left it in, you'd have $478,000. The next one shows if you missed the top 5 days, you'd have over $150,000 less. If you missed the top 10 days, you'd actually have 50% less of 238. And normally what happens is top days are followed by market corrections, or, you know, when the market goes down, usually where the biggest gains come is right after that. It's all about staying invested. And so what I would say here, kind of as a summary, is just, hey, make sure your allocation is correct. Make sure that if it's not correct, you get it correct. Stay the course if you don't need the money right now. When we return, we'll answer a viewer question on exchange-traded funds. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We have a viewer question. Judy from Narragansett asks, what is the difference between a mutual fund and an ETF? Which one is better? So an ETF is called an exchange-traded fund, and basically it's a way in which you can buy a mutual fund in a sense that follows an index, so the S&P 500 or technology stock, and it just stays as it is. A mutual fund, on the other hand, is actively managed. And so what happens is in an exchange-traded fund is it gets extremely useful to use because it can be cheap, it can be easy. So if you know your asset allocation, you want the cheapest funds, and you're saying, hey, I want the average of the large cap value, the large cap growth, or whatever it may be, exchange traded funds might make some sense. If you're saying, hey, I want to beat the indexes, I know my asset allocation, but I want to choose some good funds, then maybe you choose mutual funds. Where we really use it is we use exchange traded funds because they can be very tax advantageous. So again, decide whether you're going to be a passive investor with ETF or active with mutual funds, and then build your portfolio from there. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week.